Hello everybody, and welcome to Storytime Anytime. My name is Miss Becca, and I'm super excited to be here today to share a story time with you. All of our story times with Wake County Public Library are designed through the 5 pre-reading skills of every child ready to read. They are reading, writing, talking, singing, and playing. I do those every day, and I think you can too. It makes your brain grow big, it helps you learn, and it helps you be great readers, which I'm a huge fan of. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're gonna have a welcome song, so why don't we sing that real quick? It goes to the tune of Frere Jacques, if you know that, and we're going to sing, hello friends, how are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you, very well, I thank you. How about you? How about you? Very nice. I heard some singing, but let's try it one more time. You may know a little bit better that time. Hello friends, how are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you, very well, I thank you. How about you? How about you? Good job, you're such a good singer, wonderful. Thank you for doing that with me. All right, so we have to figure out what the letter of the day is to find out our theme. So why don't we do that? We're gonna take a look at the board over here. Does anybody have any ideas about what our letter of the day might be? There's a lot of stuff on this board. Let's take a look real quick. We've got some random things up here. We've got some people. We've got some trees, maybe tree. They look like they might have stuff behind them, so we'll find out. But we have a pocket, you guys, and that means we have to sing a pocket song. So why don't we sing a pocket song and see if our letter appears? Sing it with me. There's something in my pocket, my pocket, my pocket. There's something in my pocket. Let's look now and see. Okay, here we go. Here's our letter, you guys. Tell me if you know what it is. Oh my goodness, it's a big letter. It's a curvy letter. What is it, you guys? You're right, it's an S. It's an S. Very good job. So, what does an S sound like? It sounds like a hiss. So why don't you put your tongue between your teeth and hiss like you think a snake would. Snake. Very nice job. And you know what? This is a letter that looks very slithery, very curvy, very swirly whirly. And you know what? It looks like a snake, doesn't it? And that is actually the first word we're going to talk about that starts with the letter S. Very nice. So we've got a snake right here, a slithery snake. And then what else do we have up here that starts with the letter S? Well, if you take a look next to it, we have, what is this? There's a Twinkle Twinkle song that's named after it. That's right, it's a star. Very nice, we have a star. And then last but not least, we have someone else over there who looks like a big cotton ball. But he's big and fuzzy and he makes a sound. What do you think he might be? You're right, it's a sheep. Very nice. It's an S for sheep. Good job. So we have a lot of things up here that start with the letter S, but none of those are what we're going to be talking about in this story time. We have a few other things up here, and you might recognize them. So let's take a look. We have Black Panther. He's really strong. Then we have Captain Marvel. She can fly, and she has laser beams out of her eyes, and she does all sorts of cool things. She's super strong. Then we have this green guy over here. He's the Hulk, right? Interesting. What do all 3 of those things have in common? What are they? You're right, they're superheroes. So we are going to talk today about superheroes. Very nice. All right, but before we do any of our singing and dancing about superheroes, we're going to read our first book. So we're going to do a rhyme that goes a little bit like this. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Very nice. There's a second verse, though. It's going to use your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Good job. We're ready to read our story, you guys. Our first one is going to be about an amazing superhero. What on earth is on the front of this book? It's a potato. You are right. What on earth is a potato doing with a mask and a cape? Oh my goodness. Well, this is a book called Super-tato. And this is a book written by Sue Hendra and Paul Lennett. This book is so funny. It's about the superhero of the produce aisle at the grocery store. And we're going to find out why he's needed in just a few pages. Look at all those superhero poses. We're going to find out all about these in Super-tato. Some vegetables are frozen for a very good reason. Don't believe me? Then keep on reading. It was nighttime in the supermarket. And all was quiet, but crash, bang! Something had escaped from the freezer. Something small and round and green. What do you think that might be? Interesting. Let's keep reading. Something looking for trouble, big trouble. Oh my goodness, look what happened. Help, help, cried Carrot. I'm stuck to the conveyor belt with Band-Aids. Ew, gross. Arrgh, cried Broccoli. Someone's drawn on my face. Cried Cucumber. Oh my goodness, he's wrapped up in toilet paper. Who was doing this? And was there anyone who could help these vegetables in distress? Guess who? Super-tato to the rescue. Oh my goodness gracious. He used his super speed to unwind the toilet paper. He used his super strength to unstick the Band-Aids and the carrot from the conveyor belt. And he used a washcloth and some soapy water, which is also a superpower because cleaning is important. I know who's behind this, said Super-tato. There's a pea on the loose. Oh no, not a pea, everyone gasped. Oh my goodness, it's an emergency. Yes, a pea, but I'm out of the freezer now, and I'm never going back. And the evil pea ran off to commit more terrible crimes. Time for a dip, little veggies. Oh my goodness, he's making them walk the plank or walk the spoon. That's enough, shouted Super-tato. He leapt toward the pea, but the pea popped out of his hands and vanished into thin air. Oh my goodness. Super-tato set out on a super search. He crept through the cakes. Oh my goodness, he's being watched. Do you see? He checked the cheese, but he didn't check it good enough, and snuck up on the beans, where something caught his eye. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? The game's up, yelled Super-tato, kerpow! But the pea bounced out of reach and onto a cart. Super-tato was just about to stop him with his super strength when the cart crashed and he was thrown down into the icy depths of the freezer. Was this the end for Super-tato? Oh my goodness. He might become a freezer vegetable. Not quite, but the pea was off his cart and lying in wait. You're finished, Super-tato! Ha ha! He shrieked, but Super-tato summoned up all his strength and ran for it. The pea nearly had him at the beans and closed in on him at the cheese. He is on the run, but the pea had him cornered at the cakes. Boing, 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 boing. So much for Super-tato, screeched the pea. You're about to be mashed potato. Surely this was the end for Super-tato. Not today, my friend, said Super-tato. Gotcha! Boing, boing, boing. Said the pea. Oh my goodness, he's trapped in the Jell-O? Oh yes, said Super-tato. I set my trap and you fell for it. Or should I say that you fell in it? And he grinned a super grin. Super-tato had saved the day. Take him away, he said, and the pea was marched back to the freezer where he belonged. This jelly tastes of pea, said Broccoli, and everybody laughed and cheered. So, remember folks, some vegetables are frozen for a very good reason. Maybe you'd better go and check your freezer, just in case there's an escapee in your house. Do you see the peas? take a look at this page. Oh my goodness. There's a P, a P, a P, a P, a P, a P. Oh my goodness, a P. More P's! The P's are everywhere. You better check your freezer, folks. Ask your grown-up to check your freezer. Make sure the P's are in the freezer. And look at all of these poses that our superhero is in. Isn't Super Tato awesome? All right, you guys. That was Super Tato by Sue Hendra and Paul Lynette. Speaking of superhero poses, it's time for us to be superheroes. Are you ready for that? So, I want you to reach up into the sky. Super tall. Let's get a stretch in while we're there. Reach up tall. Get up on your front of your feet, tippy toes. And we're going to reach up here. And do you feel something? Interesting. There's a thinking cap up there. So why don't we reach it? Okay, grab hold really well. It'll fly away and then pull it down slowly out of the sky onto your head. Okay, is it on there good? Is it gonna fly off? No? All right, we've got it on our head. We can let go now. We've got our thinking cap on, you guys, and we're gonna imagine a few different things. All right, we're gonna imagine that you are your favorite superhero. So we're actually gonna be a few different superheroes because we have a rhyme for that. So get ready to sing with me and we're gonna do some motions, okay? Get ready. If you're super and you know it, fly around. Can you fly? Can you fly like Superman? Good job. Get those arms in the air. If you're super and you know it, fly around. Good job. If you're super and you know it, then your pose will surely show it. Can you show me a superhero pose? If you're super and you know it, fly around. Good job, everybody. Very nice. Now, what are we going to be next? Let's see. If you're super and you know it, run so fast. Can you run super fast like the Flash? If you're super and you know it, run so fast. If you're super and you know it, then your pose will surely show it. If you're super and you know it, run so fast. Good job, everybody. Get those running feet going. Awesome. All right, what's next? If you're a superhero, you should be able to jump, right? So if you're super and you know it, jump so high. Oof, super tall. If you're super and you know it, jump so high. Good job. If you're super and you know it, then your pose should surely show it. If you're super and you know it, jump so high. Good job. Did you touch the ceiling? I feel like you touched the ceiling. All right, the last one, we're going to be Aquaman. You know who that is? Aquaman. He's awesome. So if you're super and you know it, swim around. Can you swim? If you're super and you know it, swim around. If you're super and you know it, then your pose will surely show it. If you're super and you know it, swim around. Good job, folks. We have just done some superhero-ly things. I just made that word up. That's okay. Librarians can make words up too. So what we're going to do next is another superhero act. Superheroes save the day, don't they? That's kind of an important part of being a superhero. So, we have some trees over here. Let's count these trees. We need to see how many trees we've got. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees, don't we? And they're all different colors. They have different color fruit. We're going to call them by their fruit color. So we have yellow. What's this one? That's right, it's orange. We also have red, we have blue, and my favorite color, which is, you're right, purple. Very nice job. So we have 5 different color trees. Now, there is a cat stuck in a tree. And superheroes are very important because they get cats out of trees, because cats don't know how to get back down. But the problem is with this situation that we don't know which tree the cat is in. And that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So we have to find out for ourselves. And we have a rhyme for that. Our rhyme is going to go, little cat, where are you at? Are you under the, let's try orange? Okay, sounds like a good idea. Are you under the orange tree? No, that's an acorn. That's not a cat. All right, well, we're going to put that on front. Very nice. So how many trees do we have left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 trees left. Can you show me 4 fingers? Good job. Awesome. Okay, so we need to figure out which one it's under. Little cat, where are you at? Are you behind the Yellow tree? Yellow's a good guess. Oh my goodness, you guys! It's a dinosaur. It's a pterodactyl. That's not what we were looking for. We're going to cover that back up because that's a little scary. Okay, no problem. We have 3 trees left. Little cat, where are you at? Are you under the, let's look at this next one. How about red? Are you under the red tree? Oh my goodness, that's an elephant. That was hiding behind the tree, not in the tree. So that's not who we're looking for. We're going to hide him back again. Little cat, where are you at? Are you under the blue? Okay. Are you under the blue tree? No, a spider! Ew! No. We're going to cover that one back up. Well, there's one left. Let's go ahead and finish our rhyme then, folks. Little cat, where are you at? Are you under the purple tree? Oh my goodness, we found our cat, you guys. Now we can rescue it. Very nice. We're going to put our cat right at the bottom of the tree where he needs to be. Good job, everybody. All right, now that we've done our superhero things, we are going to read another book. But we have to do our rhyme first. So, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. One more time. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Good job, you guys. All right, we're going to read our second book now. This book is a little like what we've been talking about. So you can be a superhero even if you can't fly. And even if you don't have super strength. I'm sure you're super strong, but maybe not like Superman. But you can still do amazing things even where you live. And that is what this book is all about. This author, John Rocco, was actually a superhero when he was your age. So this is a true story. It's called Blizzard, and he wanted to tell you about it. So we're going to read this book, Blizzard, by John Rocco. One day, when I was a young boy, nearly 4 feet of snow fell from the sky. This is my story. Oh my goodness, look at all that snow rolling into town. The first flake fell right before recess. And see, Monday? This is Monday. It was followed by many, many more. The wind whipped up and school closed early, and all the kids go, yay! They get to go home. By the time my sister and I got home, the snow was already over our boots. The snow continued to fall through the night. Oh my goodness, look at how snowy it looks out his window. And I thought it would never stop. You know how tall stop signs are? This is so much snow. All right, we have Tuesday. The next morning, the snowdrifts were so high, we couldn't open our front door. Wow, see how tall it is? So we went out the window instead. How would you like to climb out your window instead of going through the door? That sounds pretty fun to me. We got to be careful if we're doing it. We laughed as we sank deep into the frozen powder. The dog goes, woof. But walking was hard. It was like trying to move through white quicksand. Every few steps, oof, I had to stop and rest. It was even too deep for our sled. You guys, sleds are designed for snow. It must be a lot of snow if the sled doesn't work. Do you even see the sled? It's under the snow. And he says, we need sled dogs. When we went back inside, we were cold, wet, and tired. Mom says, welcome back, explorers. We made camp by the wood stove, and our feet tingled as we sipped hot cocoa made with milk. Sounds really tasty right about now, you guys. On the third day, so that's a Wednesday, Dad shoveled the driveway so he could get the car out when the snowplows came. We dug tunnels and secret rooms under the snow. Oh my goodness, look at that tunnel. The dog and the 2 kids are down there. And the boy says an igloo can keep you warm in sub-zero temperatures. That means stuff that feels freezing. And then Sister said, what's an igloo? It's a big block of ice that you can sleep inside that keeps you warm. Isn't that crazy? It happens though. By day 4, Thursday, the plows still hadn't come. I wondered if we'd ever see grass again. Oh my goodness, there's so much snow. Inside, things got tense. That means a little stressful or upsetting as our food started to run out. Have you guys ever been hungry? That's how they were feeling. I knew we couldn't survive much longer on cocoa made with water. They need that milk again, don't they? We need to get to the store, says Mom. Dad says, but the roads aren't plowed and we certainly can't walk through this. So what's going to happen? Enter our superhero. On day 5, Friday, I realized it was up to me to take action. I was the only one who had memorized the survival guide. See, his book is called Arctic Survival. I was the only one who knew what equipment was required. So he's taking tennis rackets, and what is he doing? He's tying them to his feet, and he's making snowshoes. Wow, this helps you spread your weight out so that you can walk on the top of snow. I was the only one light enough to walk on top of the snow, he says. Wow. On day 6, Saturday, I made a grocery list, and let's see what's on it. Milk, bread, eggs, and a star behind candy bars. So candy bar must be very important. I think so too. I prepared the sled, and then I set off. Wow, he's doing it all by himself. My usual landmarks were covered by snowdrifts. Snowdrifts are where snow flies up and gets really, really, really tall in some areas. But I managed to check in with the neighbors on my long journey. We've got a neighbor that asks for candles. He says cat food. Meow. There's a cat right next door. We know why. Somebody says coffee, and the other says peanut butter, and he says, okay. And now we've got a little weird page, so I'm going to open it up for you guys. Here's part 1. Oh my goodness, this is his journey. He starts here, and you see his feet tracking. Here we go. All around. He checked in with the neighbors. He went around again. He helped build a snowman down here. He climbed a lookout tree, and then he went up, and then he, went the wrong way, but he kept going. He made a snow angel, he explored an igloo, he joined a snowball fight, and he finally made it to Bill's Market. Wow, that was a long trip. At last, I reached the store. I was tired, hungry, and chilled to the bone. But I couldn't think about myself. I was on a mission. One grocery store clerk says, "Are you going to carry this all by yourself?" And he says, "Yes, sir, I've got my sled." Remember, he brought his sled. He parked it outside. The other lady, I think she's on the phone with his mom saying, "Yes, he's on his way back now." They were checking in on him, making sure he was okay. Ooh, look, the sun's going down. On the return trip, I raced to drop off the groceries before the sun went down. See the pretty colors of the sunset? Grateful smiles and cheers gave me the energy I needed to make it back home. The neighbors say, "Wow," and the other neighbor says, "Meow." I think that means in cat. "Thank you for bringing me more food because I was getting hungry." You think that's what meow means? Probably. Look at that, the sun has gone down just as he's getting home. Woof, the dog comes out to greet him, and so does Mom and Dad and his sister. That night we all had hot cocoa made with milk, and it had never tasted better. Look at him telling his story in front of the fireplace. It was a perilous journey. Oh my goodness, I bet he enjoyed telling that story. But there was something else we still needed. Enter snowplows. It looked as though we would see civilization again after all. And everybody's talking down here while the snow's getting plowed. Guess we'll have to go back to school tomorrow. Boo, says somebody else. Mom says, "Thank heaven." And then sister says, "I was going stir crazy." And they're handing out hot chocolate to everybody. I bet that was fun. We had survived the blizzard, and then they could enjoy it with their sled up on that big snowdrift. I bet they had a lot of fun. How cool is that? He was a superhero taking care of his neighbors and his family, and he didn't have super speed. He didn't have the ability to fly. He just did what he could, and he used his smarts and his ingenuity. It's a big word that just means his ability to be creative. And he came up with a solution to help everybody in his neighborhood when they were struggling. So he's pretty awesome for that. Thank you for reading that book with me. All right, the last thing superhero related that we're going to do today. Some superheroes can fly, right? We can see them up in space. Some even fly through space. So we can't necessarily fly into space as people. We're just mere mortals who walk and don't fly. But what we can do is we can sail in spaceships. So we're going to sing Zoom, 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 and you probably know it, but if you don't, it's really simple. You can slap your hands like this, or you can clap the rhythm, or you can beat on your legs. Up to you, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to beat on my legs, and we're going to sing Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll be there very soon. Get ready, we're going to count down with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then blast off! Good job, everybody. We're going to try that one more time. So make sure you get to blast off really well. You know what? While I was up there, I think I saw Superman. I could be wrong, but I think I need to try again. So let's try again. Get your beating hands ready. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll be there very soon. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and blast off! Oh my goodness, I saw him! He was up there! I almost got to wave at him. That's so cool. I hope you saw a superhero too. Cool, thank you so much for doing that song with me. All right, you guys, it is time to say goodbye. So we are gonna do our goodbye song really quickly, okay? So, it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. With our friends at story time, it's time to say goodbye. So we wave and say goodbye. We wave and say goodbye. With our friends at story time, we wave and say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody, for our superhero story time and the letter S. If you'd like to see more story time fun, feel free to look at the Wake County Public Library's website for other awesome story times. And make sure you keep reading, writing, talking, singing, and playing at home, just like I do. Thank you so much. Goodbye.